So with show jumpers, for example, would you use the band as part of their jump training?
Good question. Yes, the abdominal band for sure. It depends again on the horse's fitness and what the rider's looking to achieve, but certainly for the lower fences, so I feel that it can be used safely over a combination of fences, certainly on the days that you have cavaletti training, so more of your motor training or retraining over lower fences. I personally wouldn't jump with the hindquarter band, although I had one client in South America who proudly sent a video of her jumping a rather large oxer with the horse with both bands, which I thought, kudos. I personally wouldn't try it. But again, it comes down to, the rider knowing the horse and again, what's most appropriate for that horse. So for example, on days of doing ground pole work and the motor exercises or movement training over those pole exercises, I would happily use both the abdominal and the hindquarter band.
So in the past, I've advised using the bands for the beginning of the session and then taking them off partway through the session. Would you suggest actually that you keep the bands on for the whole session and just make it a much shorter session, or using them for the beginning, or is it very individual and either can work? It's ideal to certainly use them at the beginning of the session. When you introduce them later in the session, you are already in a motor pattern and you already have an element of fatigue. So from a neural input perspective, I wouldn't call that ideal. So start out with the bands at the beginning of the session. If they need to be removed, do so. So for example, at the earlier stages of the horse becoming conditioned to longer use of the system, what folks will do is start the session and then after 20 minutes or so remove the bands and then continue the training. In an ideal world, it would be the full session but for a shorter period of time and then graduating into longer sessions. But that may not, if you're in the middle of the competition season, the trainer might not be willing or able to take out 2 weeks to truly introduce that horse to the bands and have them accustomed to the full session.